Hey everybody, it's been a few days now since I made a video. I just wanted to say hi to you and to drop by and to continue the channel. I had so many thoughts in the last few days of like millions of topics to talk about, but my phone my phone camera doesn't work anymore really, so I can't really make videos when I'm out and about and have these inspirational flash clear insights and ideas. So anyway, if anybody has any camcorder or phone with a camera or anything that they'd like to share with me, like gift to me and just for making the channel more, that'd be fantastic if you do. No worries though if you don't. So today, okay, I'm so kind of excited or bubbly. I'm so happy to talk about something, okay? Just want to talk about the present moment and dropping ideas and concepts and thoughts about stuff right now, and what's left. What do you experience once you drop any thoughts or ideas or concepts? Somebody once said, well, maybe it was me who thought about it, I can't remember, but just concepts kind of kill. Concepts kill reality. It's so nice here today, you know. Just my back garden. But let me get into this a bit. Like, let's say in any moment, okay. Right now for me, I'm in my back garden. And even that's a thought, okay. But I can hear a noise in the distance and I know it's a lawnmower. And I can hear birds. But usually when people hear a lawnmower or a noise, they make an association with what that noise is in their mind. So when I hear a lawnmower, I could say, that's somebody cutting their grass. But once I think this, and when I'm thinking it, I miss the experience of hearing the sound, which my ears, my auditory senses are picking up. So let's say, pretend for a moment that you're a child who's just briefly born into the world and you don't have any concepts of what you're hearing. Or you're an animal and you don't have a mind, clever mind. You don't have words and vocabulary. What do you experience when you hear a bird? You hear something beautiful, something amazing, something alive and fresh. Something that sounds kind of a bit magical, like marvelous. Like, what is this thing? It's like, it sounds so unique. Or if you hear a plane or a helicopter. Or even now over here. You know, you can see my foot. You can see trees and an apple tree, beautiful blossoms on the apple tree. And you can see flowers of different colours. Like right now, all that is here is what you're looking at right now. There's, from my experience, I'm saying a few noises from my mouth. I'm holding the computer in my hand, pointing the picture towards my garden. You can hear some birds and some lawnmower. I can see my house. I can see the beautiful garden and the sky, and I can see my body. That's the truth of right now, you know, it's pretty simple. But if even that isn't exactly like a fully truthful, then it's like when I say I can see my house, that's like really an idea and a concept. Like really, I'm just looking at a wall, like, or I'm looking at something. Even calling the wall, like, or even calling these things like an apple tree or a flower, a label. It's not really what it is at all. What it is what I'm experiencing is just simply what I'm I'm seeing with my senses. Okay, so I hope you're getting the gist of what I'm saying. Like, if we can just put our attention in one place or a few little places and notice ourselves, the mind's automatic tendency to judge or compare, to analyze, to create an idea or a thought about, put a label on something, it really deadens our true intimate experience of what we are experiencing in this moment in its fullness and entirety. Like right now, okay, your experience now is you're probably sitting down somewhere. You may be aware of your body or your breathing. You may be aware of the table or place where your computer is. You may be aware of the colors or your computer, your laptop or computer. Maybe the wall, any noises, any visuals, any feelings inside of you, and that's pretty much your reality. And this reality is it's kind of not. There's no time involved in it. There's no time involved. It's just this moment. It's just here, where your visual range is, and it's just now. So imagine your reality is a small box of your visual right now. That's all the truth is for you now. So even if you had a happy, fun, excited time 5 or 10 minutes ago, or a half an hour ago, or you had an argument or an energetic exchange of some kind with somebody, or if you have some sort of fun or energetic or worrisome or fun arrangement in half an hour or 5 hours or today, usually you'll notice your mind is imagining these places and these things from the past or the future. So your mind is active, okay? So your little box of experience, your reality right now, which is your visual range, mine is pretty small now, you know. Your box of reality and experience isn't so small anymore, because it's no longer here what you can see and what's exactly only what's happening right now. It's no longer what's just happening right now, which is beautiful, which is intimate. It's very sensual, used with your senses. It's very, very simple. When you start carrying the past from things that have happened 5 or 10 minutes ago, or things that might happen in 5 or 10 minutes, or 5 hours or whatever, suddenly you lose touch with the reality and simplicity of this moment, and you start seeing things that aren't actually here right now, but you start seeing things in your mind. You see visuals and movies rolling in your head. They're either memories or they're imaginings. So you lose your intimate touch and connection with this moment. It's so funny. What's going on with the human mind? It's very funny. So I just want to ask you to join me in just becoming aware of, and keep becoming aware of what's the truth of this moment now, and what stuff isn't real that I'm imagining and thinking about, and labeling and creating a concept or idea or comparison about. Like even thinking anything is kind of taking away from the simplicity of this moment. Like, my mum is in there now, okay? Yeah, it's pretty nice actually. It's warm. See, this is my experience, okay? It's warm. But I could start using my mind and start saying, yeah, I'm imagining that it'd be nice for you to come on out here. Or I could start imagining that the wind is no longer blowing too cold. I think it's gone in a westerly direction, as the weather foreman said. And it's supposed to be warm for another few hours. The clouds have dissipated 10 minutes ago, and now it's nice. But I don't experience now at this moment the fact that the clouds went away 10 minutes ago. So sure, it might be a very practical piece of information to share with somebody, but in a way it's so much of what we share and talk about isn't actually fully practical for the rest of our day or life, or applicable in this moment. It's just the mind wandering and talking about stuff that's in a way kind of nonsense. So basically my experience of this moment is I feel something. I feel warm. I feel nice. It's nice here. It feels good. This is a feeling, and it's my reality that's experienced. I don't experience something that happened 5 minutes ago. I may experience a feeling that has resulted from what happened 5 minutes ago, but I don't experience 5 minutes ago. So check out yourself. How often are you carrying the past? Like, even just from a minute ago, 10 minutes ago, hours ago. And notice yourself in conversation, okay? You're with somebody. You see something, or you hear something. Then one of you starts saying, yeah, that advertisement has been there for ages. They shouldn't really be putting it there. It doesn't really look good. It's getting rusty, and it would be better if they put something else up. So basically, when people say this, it's just blurting out of their head a thought that happened to them, and then words happen to them. They're not actually consciously choosing to say this for a particular reason. Even saying something is rusty, that's something that's come up with the mind has come up with. An animal or a child with no vocabulary wouldn't say this. It would maybe see some orangey sort of colour on an advertisement if it's metal. They wouldn't even think it's metal, because that's again a concept and an idea. What you see is what you see. It looks a certain way, it has a certain shape, and this is what you experience. This is the truth of the moment. And it's simple and it's nice. You get to see an advertisement, and you don't even call it an advertisement, because you don't have a huge association of the past and the product. You're not thinking and remembering all of this stuff. You just see something and it has a shape and a colour, and like, whoa, that's kind of like pretty colours and shapes and pictures on that. So there isn't really any emotional residue from the past that's necessarily activated, and there's no emotional response based on your imaginings of the future and judgments that this is bad and it's probably still going to be here in the future, and that relates to feeling bad emotionally. So check this out in your own reality. That's why I'm making the video. I want to share with you some practical words for you to practically enjoy life better. That's why I'm making the video. I'm sharing with you my intention, the goal I have. There's some really pretty stuff here. Can you see them? I'll put a label, okay, red. But just look. Without any labels, just look. They're marvellous, aren't they? Like, imagine you never saw one of them before. You don't know what it is. You've no word for it. It's just, whoa.